Hi guys, welcome to the Venomworks GTE Championship, round 1 at Daytona with me, JPW Ringwood.
And me, Matthew Carter.
So we're going to do a quick highlights video of the race, but first let's ride on board with Neil Andrews as he takes pole. So we're on board with Neil as he starts this lap. Going into turn 1, he spots this braking point. It's so easy to drop the back end into there, but Neil keeps it nice and tight, gets on the power as early as he dares, across the curbs. You see he's got his teammate in front of him for a nice tow. Again, down the gears into first gear just to help with turning, picking up the throttle nice and gently, trying not to get any wheel spin, uses all of the track available. So he now heads into turn 3, which is of course a flat out corner.
Little lockup from the back marker there, which appears to have helped as he's got out of the way.
Yes, released him a little bit.
A tricky corner coming up now. Very easy to lock up under braking.
Easy to spin it on power as well. It's a bit bumpy there. Not as bad as it used to be, but
The resurfacing of the track has certainly made it much easier onto the banking.
yeah,
Don't notice the bump too much as you join. Still a little bit slippy though.
yeah, definitely, yeah. As he now this is where the toe really comes into play. As he spots the braking point down to 4th, nice and smooth through here. Really got the bus stop right. His teammate in front made a little bit of a mistake, but he can now tuck in behind. Uses the benefit of the toe all the way down the straight.
I think that the toe round here is absolutely crucial for a good time.
Definitely, yeah.
I think without it, it's you're not going to finish in the top sort of 5-6 places. So across the line in 1 minute 45.42.
So yeah, on row 1 we have Neil Andrews with that pole lap we just watched, followed closely by Tony Baird, just under a 10th off.
Row 2 we have JPW Ringwood with Billy Fletcher for company.
That was a great lap, by the way, by JPW Ringwood.
Yeah, I think you're a little bit biased there though.
A little bit. Row 3, Dion Phillips, great lap, 140.9, followed closely by Rene.
Row 4, David Lee Patterson, another good lap time with Jody Wilkins for company.
And finishing off the top 10, we have Neil Middleton in 9th, with Adam Dodd right behind him in 10th.
Onto the grid now, safety car just moving away. Everyone all bunched up nicely.
Yes, the moment we've all been waiting for the last couple of months, all the planning, all the preparation, practice sessions. You really just hope that we can all get through turn 1 cleanly.
Yeah, for a very big grid, I think, for first round of the season, which is nice.
Yeah, bigger than what we've been used to. It's always a worry when half your grid are new drivers. You just hope and pray that they're all as clean as the existing bunch.
As the safety car peels in there.
Yeah,
Neil just backing the grid up nicely.
Yeah, as we go green at Daytona, and you see David Lee in the white Ford GT having a look upside Dion into turn 1 already. As we all try and find our way safely through turn 1. I think we do a pretty decent job as well.
Is that you clipped the wall there, Jake? I looked at it in the exit of turn 1.
No, I think that was just the camera angle actually. As you see Dion throwing it up my inside there. What I thought was P2 ended up being P4, unfortunately. But
yeah, it's very tough through the first few corners, though, isn't it? Just trying to be very aware of who's around you and where people are.
Just trying to survive.
Nice little lock up from Adam there. Not sure.
That was Callum.
I thought that was the quicker route.
Yeah, Callum missed his braking point a little bit. Just gave Adam a little tap. He was lucky to get away with it, to be fair. I think he got a little bit of damage, but he kept going.
So this I think was quite a good little battle here between Simon and Jody.
Yeah, I think
it's a nice little pass on him in just a moment.
Look at that, late on the brakes. That Ferrari's so quick in a straight line. You actually see him. You see him tuck back underneath Simon for a second there, and the speed difference. Simon was pulling away from him.
Porsche's really struggled around here.
Yeah.
A lot of understeer there from yourself, just sliding into Rene there.
I think we all found
not too much damage though, luckily.
I think we all went into turn 1, found a little bit less grip than we expected there.
Yeah, again though, I think with the sort of resurfacing on the track, it's certainly a lot easier into turn 1 under braking.
Yeah, it's a lot less bumpy. Noticed that even the setups from last year didn't really correlate with this year. We, had to make new setups and stuff since we've moved to the new track. You see,
I think
Dion moving up the inside for P2 there, passing Tony.
Yeah, Dion just very, 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 very quick driver, isn't he? Very consistent throughout last year.
Yep. Yeah. No, he's seems stronger than ever actually.
It was Josh having a little bit of a moment there as he exchanges paint with the wall.
Yeah, I know he's pretty gutted. He's been practicing for the last few weeks, and a little mistake, unfortunately, really ruined his race. So it's an easy pass for Lee Woodburn there.
Yeah, I think suffered actually a bit of damage in that and had to pit shortly after.
So yeah, we're back with the leaders now as we see Neil and Dion and Tony. Neil's gone a bit deep into that corner, which allows Dion to take the lead. And Tony's capitalising on it as well, tries to get past into P2. Side by side on the straights now, which of course has just given Rene the opportunity to catch up to the leaders as well.
I think what people have got to remember is, no ABS in these cars make it quite difficult in some conditions.
Yes, late passes, late braking manoeuvres, very easy to swap the ends with these cars.
Yeah, they're very, very unstable, aren't they?
All being mid-engined. No ABS, as you say. They're just like pendulums. Once the back end goes, there's no saving it really.
Yeah, I have to say, I think it's nice this season. We've had a good mix of manufacturers in the series.
Yeah, as you see,
last year the Porsche really dominated in the series, and this year it's nice to see.
Yeah,
it's a good mix of Ferrari and Ford as well.
As we can see right now, there's 3 different manufacturers about to go 3 wide into turn 1. You see, Tony's now taking the lead. This really did shape up to be a fantastic fight.
It was pretty much a fight to the end, wasn't it? It was very good, clean racing.
You see these guys battling.
I think it shows that the caliber of some of the drivers in the series. People can race wheel to wheel with, giving everyone just enough room.
Yeah, I think
a little bit of rubbing, but rubbing is racing, as they say.
Yeah, as we watch Rene go around the outside of Neil into the bus stop. That's a brave move, but he gets the job done. There must be about a second separating these 4 as they make their way through the bus stop like a train. So yeah, Rene really is the big mover of this race. Started P6, he's actually passed Tony already, and he's now side by side with Dion. Across the line, he will actually be registered as the leader, but Dion has got the inside line for turn 1. Rene's hanging it around the outside though, as they go 2 wide, still 2 wide. Dion's just got the position on exit, but of course the outside of turn 1 turns to the inside of turn 2 for Rene as he tries to make that move stick again. These guys have been side by side for quite a while now, still side by side
all the track. It's a lovely clean pass again.
Yeah, there was so much footage I could have used from these guys, but it would have taken up the full hour as again Rene looks like he's got the move done now. Dion turns in a little bit too early there. Pushes him wide a little bit, a little love tap there, but they all get away with it. As we see
Simon and Hamid, again another newcomer to the series this year.
Yeah, Simon moves up the position, but this clip's from the next lap. Simon looks like he's struggling to get past the cars in front, holds him up a bit. Hamid gets a great exit, pulls to the inside, or outside, sorry, to make the move stick, but Simon's got the toe of the car in front, Neil Bamber.
Yeah, the slipstreaming is so important around here. Just ducks back in there, just gets back into the slipstream.
You see that, Simon? Yes, Hamid tucks back under again, and it's enough to get up the inside of him for turn 1 there. And I love that. You watch this. Hamid, look, up the inside. Simon says, nah, thank you, I'll have the inside, actually. Little love tap, pushes him wide very slightly, gets loose on exit as well. That's a brilliant move from Simon there. Absolutely loved that. So yeah, as we now follow Rene across the line as he takes the first win of the championship. So well done to him.
Absolutely storming drive.
Yeah, that was...
Dion, not far behind, very, very close all race. Celebratory donuts now, and
Yeah, no, it was a good drive by Dion. Finished P2, especially from when he started as well.
Dion started 5th,
Yes.
so he made a few places, but Rene, from 6th on the grid.
To be fair, I assume that they didn't qualify quite as well, potentially because they didn't get the draft off their teammates that some of the rest of us.
Neil was pretty much in the draft, wasn't he, for the whole lap?
And
commiserations to him. Was very unlucky to lose out to Rene and Dion.
Yeah, and obviously you got David Lee Patson in 4th.
Tony Baird 5th.
Yeah, Matisse
the time between Matisse and Tony very, very close.
Yeah, and you again talking about starting positions to finishing positions. Look at Matisse, started P12,
up 6 places. Yeah.
Yeah, very impressive.
Very nicely done.
Yep.
Adam made up a couple of places yourself. Not the race I guess you were hoping for.
No, I moved 6 places as well, just like
just in the wrong direction.
Just like Matisse did 6 places. That's all you need to know. Bloody hell!
As always, next round.
Simon Jacobson started 20th, finished 10th.
Yeah, again, very, very good drive. I think once the grid sort of settled down and there was a little bit of space to move, a handful of people really sort of found their own way. And thanks for watching, guys. We're tuning in again next week to update you on round 2. So round 2, Phillip Island on Tuesday, the 29th. Tuesday the 29th of January. It's goodbye from me, Matthew, and
goodbye from me, Jake.
See you all next week.
Yeah, cheers.